So this week we have two Torah portions, Behukotai. I want to focus on something in Behukotai. It's when we get the blessings and the curses, if we're good and if we're not so good. And Nachmanides does something interesting. After we see all of the blessings, the rain and this and that, and of course we know, the blessings look like very natural things. You'll have peace, you won't have enemies. And he says something interesting. He says after all the blessings, he says, you'll notice that the Torah already blessed the Israelites, right? We were told you're going to have bread to eat and water and all your bodily organs will work the way they should, to be able to reproduce and so on and so forth. So what's the difference? And he says back then in Numbers, when we were blessed, it was more individual blessings, or it included individuals. Meaning that if you're a good boy and girl and you keep the mitzvahs, then because everything at the end of the day is a miracle, but they're unseen miracles. So by keeping the commandments, these unseen miracles are applied onto us in our daily lives. However, in Behukotai, it's a different story. It's a national story. All the blessings we read about here, the water that pours down, the fighting against enemies, these are all solely on a national level. And in that sense, he says, even here one might think that these are natural, okay, so it pours, but he says, no, you need to understand there is nothing natural about rain falling when it should and in the duration it should, much like, and it's interesting when we think of today and the Iron Dome and things going on, he says that there is nothing natural about times of peace. There is a correlation between these and between the state of the Jewish people, which are beyond natural. And he says in much the same way the curses, right? If you don't behave, then by necessity unnatural curses happen to the Israelites, unlike other people. So it's thought on the Torah portion, and when we read these things, Nachmanides again shows us how he's looking into the fine print, the red herring, the details to understand what blessings are we talking about here, and what's the difference between these ones and previous ones, and what this says about us. Thoughts on the Torah portion of Behukotai. Shabbat Shalom.